I just wanted to do a quick video, kind of in response to Joshua Broadwell's video about the antennas. I had some. I want to add my 2 cents and some extra info that I have, and maybe Joshua could learn something also from this video, and that'd be awesome. He does great stuff, and I've always used his video to learn a lot. So, maybe this is sort of my way of maybe paying back and helping him out also. So I've been flying these FarVew antennas. We got plenty of them right now. I've been flying these things for probably since November, December time frame, and I love these things. These things are great, and for the price and the value, yeah, they're pretty awesome. So far, I've only broken one. This is it right here. It's where of course, like he said, the plate and the soldering kind of split. And this was because, I was running this. I believe this was the first time I started running this, and it was unprotected. So I didn't have the cover like these do now, where, these things are pretty much indestructible. I think this was one of the ones I've kind of ran the most. And you can see that the outer shell, or the outer wiring, or what do you want to call it, the outer cable has starting to fray a little bit, but that's pretty much it. This is still definitely usable, and you can still run this, but there was a couple things I wanted to add on to this. So these things you can buy pretty much pre-made, or ready-made with a cover and everything, for about 15-16 bucks. But you can actually go to the website. Pull up here the website, FarVew.com. Actually, it's spelled F-A-R-V-E-W. I'll put the link on the bottom here, and so you can go to the website and buy yourself the kit. The kit includes, it includes the Pagoda antennas, the circuit boards. So that you got the top, the bottom, the 3 plates, and then it includes the length of wire, and also the SMA connector, and a little heat shrink. And I believe if you buy 4 of them, I believe it's if you buy 4 of them, and you add in your little code, you can get a free jig with it too. So let me see. Let me pull up this. See if I have a jig here somewhere. I believe I don't, but here it is. Okay. Let me show you the jig. So here it is. The jig comes in 3 pieces, 3D printed top, bottom, and you got the wood stuff. So there's a video. I'm not going to go over how to actually build one, because there's fairly good video on actually how to do it, and they're pretty easy to build. So now another thing I wanted to add was they started at first. I figured the TPU cover was I guess they were selling these most of the time, where they're pretty good, but now they've switched over to ABS covers. And the file is also free on their website, so you can actually just download it and print it off. And I have a 3D printer here, and so it's going in the background, as you can see. But you can print off yourself a cover, and the file is free to download. You don't have to pay the $2 for it. Now they've switched over to ABS. Now I think their reasoning for that, I believe it says on the website, is ABS is more porous. Another thing to note is, you can essentially buy these kits for $8. You don't have to go and buy the if you want to save yourself some money, you can buy yourself the kit. Buy a bunch of kits, and just build yourself some antennas. And they're not hard to do, and you can fairly simple, and you can save yourself a lot of money. Give me 1 second. I got to plug in my camera. Got to charge here. Okay, everything's good. Alright, so another thing that I think is worth noting is, so a lot of people have these broken antennas now. I myself have like 5-6 of these things right now, and so what I'm planning to do in the future, and I think you can do this fairly easy, is actually just repurpose these broken antennas, because this part right here in the antennas is still fine. So this part right here is still fine. It's mostly the lobe at the top part that breaks. And what's the silvery cable right here is just the exact same thing that's inside. You just peel off the covering, and you have the same exact same thing inside of it. So what I plan to do is cut off the top here, and then solder on some of these on top, and that should work fairly easily. I'll do that video about that in the future, if I ever have time to do it. Another thing is, and that if you do that, you can buy just the boards for $5. You can get on the website for $5, so that's a $5 antenna. You to multiply that a bunch of times, and you'd save yourself tons and tons of money. And these things are pretty much, once you have them and once you run them, they're pretty indestructible. Another thing you could do is you could buy the same $5 PCB boards, and I have some of these because I was planning to build my own antennas. So you have some of this cable, you just snip off some, remove the cover, and you have the same exact thing inside of them. And all you need is, I have some SMA connectors somewhere. I'm just not sure where they are right now, but that's essentially all you need to build it, and some heat shrink. And you can build yourself antennas for $5. Maybe 6, 7 if you add in the cost of that, but I mean, so cheap, and these things are so good. Originally when I bought these, I did a test, and kind of like how Joshua's video was saying that I did a test with compared to the Omways. And the Omways are better, but these, well, the signal isn't as I guess as great as the Omways, but in the long run, though, these are definitely more indestructible. So I would definitely choose these over Omways. So a lot better. Let's see what else here. A good tip is also, I run my antennas like this in the back to keep it out. Now, essentially, I think this zip tie is a little low. I need to pull it up a little bit farther, but it'll keep your keep this part well protected, and you don't really. I don't really have a signal issue right here, and when you're crashing, it's kind of out of the way. It's not snagging on something like that. So this is how I've been running them. So it seems pretty good. Worked pretty good. Let's see what else. Oh, another thing is Joshua mentioned that that these should come in a shorter range, and I emailed FarVew a couple months back about it, and they've told me that you can actually run these down to about 30 centimeters. I believe it's 30 centimeters, or actually 30 millimeters, and still be okay with very little signal loss. Let's get out my calipers real fast. So yeah, so that is 30 centimeters, or millimeters, sorry, 30 millimeters. So you could run these to about that long. It's about half the length of this provided, so you can run a really short antenna and still be okay. And I'll go ahead and I think what I'll do is I might do it on this one since it's slightly beat up, maybe, or do it on one of my other ones that I have kind of extra, or order a new kit, and I'm gonna give that a shot and try it and see if there is no signal loss or not, and I'll let you guys know in the future. I think that's pretty much it for now. Let me know if you guys have any questions or any comments. Yeah.